You've probably heard somebody say it, or you've even thought about it yourself. I need to get out of Vancouver. It's just too expensive. I can't do this anymore. And you are not alone. A survey that came out last year showed that 54% of Metro Vancouverites that were polled thought about leaving Vancouver, and the study continued that a quarter of them plan to leave over the next 5 years. But where would they go and how would that play out? In this video, I want to talk about what people don't expect and what they will regret after they make the move out of Vancouver. We're going to be going through 5 points here of items that you may not think about, and some stories about individuals who have made the move and have now come back to Vancouver, so that you have a full understanding of what life could look like outside of Vancouver and if it makes sense for you. Number one on the list is losing access to nature and overall lifestyle freedom. Vancouver is such a unique city. It's very rare that in one day you can go from the downtown core, just outside the downtown core, to the mountains and back to the ocean all in one day, and that is not easy to replicate. Not to mention, if you don't take advantage of those things, and you may say, hey, I don't snowboard, I don't go to the beach, I don't hike, but just having the difference in geography, going to a place like the prairies, going places back east where there's no mountains, there's no backdrop of the ocean, it has an effect on you. And I know that there have been a lot of people that I know who've moved out of Vancouver and they just missed the mountains and the ocean, not because they took advantage of some of the activities in there, but just visually that has had a massive impact on there. Obviously, being in Vancouver, it is so close to everything. That is something that you got to keep in mind too. You can walk to a grocery store, you can walk to a coffee shop, you go to some of these smaller markets, you're not going to be able to have that. Likely the people that I have been in contact with, clients of mine who have moved out of Vancouver, they're not going to another major metropolitan city, they're going into smaller communities, and there is a huge divide in terms of convenience, in terms of walkability. It's almost non-existent, so you're having to get into your car a lot more, you're spending a lot more time on your errands, so there's a time commitment for that as well. You may have more house, but you're losing so much of the nature and what makes Vancouver so special. Number two on the list is saying goodbye to these world-class amenities and the culture of the city. Vancouver is such a great place because it has so many different ethnicities and people groups that are celebrated all throughout the community here, whether it is the Asian culture, the Eastern European culture, the Filipino culture, the Southeast Asian culture. There's so much that goes on here, and we get rewarded by all the great food and the festivities that come with those things as well. Obviously, when you're in a major metropolitan area, those amenities also include SkyTrain and transit, community centers, libraries, schools, hospitals. It is very different if you're living in a community where you may be 45 minutes away from a hospital, maybe an hour or 2 hours. And some of these little things people don't think about when you're moving out of a major metropolitan area. Your access to healthcare greatly diminishes. Even your sports that your kids want to be enacted with. You may be an hour away from an arena, or there's not as many options for your children. There might not be as many options for schools. So that is one thing when you're moving outside of Vancouver. A lot of these things that we take for granted on a daily basis, even the multiple different types of grocery stores that we have, you're just not going to have those options. And without experiencing those communities that you're living in and day out that you may not think of, you may be thinking of getting away from the big things like crime and housing affordability. But what does your day-to-day look like outside of some of those major things? And I think a lot of people don't think of those little more minute things that compound over time, and that is a reason for regret as well. Number three on the list is social connectivity and just the time that it takes to create a new community in a new environment. When you're walking away from family and friends, it can be very, very lonely and isolating. In the first couple weeks or months, it may be really exciting to be in a new place, but once you get there, your roots are not going to be there. If you're moving away from family and you're used to having your parents around to help with the kids or just doing family gatherings, it starts to become very lonely in those places. And if you're going to a smaller area, there might be not as many people that you can get into relationships with. And it goes all the way down the line. The school classrooms may be smaller, so less access for your kids to find friendships, as well as just for yourself on a day-to-day basis as well. From local coffee shops to gyms, and going into a smaller community that's very tight-knit, it can take some time if you are not an extrovert to be able to make those relationships. So if you're more introverted and you're looking for that community, and community may not come easy to you, that's something that you want to keep in mind as well when you're leaving your friends and your family behind mind and making it into a new environment, your personality definitely has to come into check with that decision making as well. Number 4 is that the career trade-off may not be worth it. And yes, affordability is likely going to improve dramatically, but if you are in a specialized field, or if you're taking a massive pay cut, or there might not even be a job in that type of career that you work into, you may not be happy either. If you're having to switch roles or switch positions, yes, you may be able to get that home, but if you're going into a job that you don't love or in a new field that you're not used to, that can have some dramatic changes into your overall life as well. Mental health has a huge bearing on our career and in terms of our purpose. And if you're shifting your purpose for the sake of getting into a bigger home or more affordability, that is something that you definitely want to do your due diligence on. Obviously, even if it's a straight transition, for example, if you're a firefighter or a police officer going into that field, you'll know what to expect. But again, there's going to be different procedures, different personalities, and different resources. So just because you're sliding into something very, very similar, it may have some consequences down the road that you may not think of. And that is why when you are considering making a move, that you need to talk this out with your partner. If you're in a family, if you're single, these are still things that you need to have good conversations with, for people that know you well, to make sure that this is a fit. Because a lot of people, once they move out of Vancouver, it's very, very hard coming back here with how property appreciates, how quickly the real estate market moves. Once you get out, it's very, very hard to come back in, and there can be some very big consequences to your decision if you think that you want to get out of the city. And number 5, climate regret is real. I know a lot of Vancouverites here complain about the rain, complain about how cloudy it is. But for myself, there's very few places in Canada that I would live. It either would be here or on Vancouver Island. Everywhere else, you're going to have weather challenges that I think are a lot worse. You're going to have a ton of snow. You're going to have hot, humid summers. You're going to have areas where you can't even go outside with these heat waves that go on and on and on back east in Toronto, even through the prairies. And depending on if you're looking out in the States, they have their own issues as well. So from wildfires to hurricanes, there are a lot of other items in terms of climate that you really need to walk through and talk through, because the climate here in Vancouver is amazing. And that is why so many people want to live here. It's because it's so temperate. It's one of the best areas to live in Canada as a whole, and in North America, because it's safe. We have Vancouver Island protecting us from any type of tsunami or water disaster coming from that way. Our weather here is starting to warm up, and we don't have the winters that are as cold. Yes, it rains, but overall the temperature and the climate here is very, very pleasant, and you have to really understand where you're moving to, how that climate is going to affect you. If you are moving to a smaller community and there's a lot of snow, and you are living further away from your job because everything's not located so close to where you are now, things like, is it dangerous? Do I need to get a new vehicle with 4-wheel drive? And there can be some added costs to that climate change depending on where you were living. So these are all these little things that start to pile up that you really need to understand. So if you are seriously considering leaving Vancouver, make a pros and cons list, do your due diligence. Don't do it on a whim. Don't do it out of anger, but do it in a place that you aren't going to regret your decision, because the worst thing would be leaving the city, which is beautiful. Yes, it has its challenges. Yes, it has its issues, but now you're trying to come back in. You want to be closer back to your friends and family, and you just can't get back into the area you were living in before. But if you are thinking of selling, make sure you book a discovery call. The link is in the description below. Would love to be able to assist you in that. Or if you're wanting to come back and buy into Vancouver, would love to help you with that as well. But until the next video, take care, and we'll see you soon.